Hey everyone, my name is Tegan and welcome back to TandeWrites, where today we are back with another unboxing. This is the Illumicrate special edition of the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom duology. I believe this is the 10-year anniversary and I'm very excited by this. So this, I believe, is just the set of books. It cost £55 for both books plus shipping. The pre-order for this went up end of January. It's now start of April and they've just arrived, which feels like a very long time to wait. Like, I understand setting up a pre-order months in advance if you just want to get an idea of numbers, but they went in with like a set amount of books available. Like, why is it taking 4 months for this to arrive if you knew exactly how many you had to make? Anyway, I'm very excited for this. Let's open it up. But apparently it's also 10 years of Illumicrate in general, so I'm going to assume that a lot of the special editions that come out recently are for this, because I was like, they're releasing a lot of books right now. Here she is. Very shiny, very beautiful already. I'm assuming Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom. Yes, that's right, yes. So I almost didn't buy these because I already have multiple editions of Six of Crows. Well, I say multiple. I have the original paperbacks and I have the other hardcover, kind of like special hardcovers, which are pretty affordable and you can buy anywhere. But I was lured in by new art, shiny edges, all of that. I've just had Six of Crows on the brain a lot recently, because my favourite character in the books when I first read them 5 to 10 years ago was Wylan. And then they had the show adaptation and they cast Jack Wolf as Wylan, and in my opinion he was perfect. The show deserved another season, all of that stuff. And then I thought, oh my god, I'm obsessed with Jack Wolf as Wylan, I'm going to follow everything he does. So I got into Next to Normal because of him. I already loved Hadestown, but my love for Hadestown was reignited because of him. And now we're back to Six of Crows and that man. And I started making TikTok edits and it's all been downhill from here. But yeah, I've had Six of Crows on the brain a lot recently. So the thing that I originally didn't want these editions for, because I don't like the cover usually. I'm a fan of, I want text on my covers, but this is just like a plain card character art. It's different front and back. Which way's up? That way's up. So on the front you have Kaz, Inej and Jesper. On the back it's Nina, Matthias and Wylan. And I was very interested to find out if they were going to update the character art to look more like the show's characters, or if they're just going to make a new version of the original character art. And also there was little controversy, I say recently, it's months ago now, of the new versions of the books having the text updated to remove like all mentions of the characters' ages and to age up the characters to match how they are in the show. Which is why I was wondering, like, are they going to change it? No. That is... what have they done to Wylan? Wylan looks a little bit scary. They have very bony, very angular faces, very blue eyes. See, I almost didn't get these because I wasn't huge on this. Also, ink around. There, so the underside of the line kind of represents their powers. So on the underside of this one you have Nina and her heart, Matthias as the soldier, and Wylan with a bomb. That's very fun. There's a lot of, I think from what I know, there's a lot of this like double mirrored imagery in these editions. So we'll have a little look. Very feathery. Got no mourners. Yeah, I wasn't overly enthralled by the outside, but what I did like was the hardcover case is Ketterdam, and there's flowers everywhere. You have the flower market. It is Ketterdam how it is in the first book. It's beautiful. This is what I wanted. This is gorgeous. This is stunning. There's no art on the other side of the jacket, which I'm fine with. But yeah, get a look at that. But yeah, I'm trying not to glimpse at the end paper art as I lift this up. I'll just pick random pages so I can't... oh. Random pages. The font size is really big in this. I also don't know if the text in this edition is the updated version or the original version, because I don't want the updated version. But this is gorgeous. I would love prints of this. Foiled, unfoiled, I just want prints of this. And slight spoiler for the second book, because I saw Illumicrate had to like release a statement, because people were saying that the design on Crooked Kingdom was printed upside down. I will say that apparently they've intentionally printed it that way again to add to the mirrored imagery. So if for whatever reason you're holding both of your books without the jacket on together, it makes a big image. But yeah, this is gorgeous. This is stunning. I wish I had a card with me so I could tell, or artist credits, and also were these meant to be. I don't think these were meant to be signed. I don't actually remember, or were they? Or was one of them meant to be signed? Either way. Oh, I'm looking at the maps. Either way, that is not signed. So on the end paper art, you have a Neige sat in the window with Kaz watching as she feeds the crows. This is, again, I'd love prints of this. Because I love the art style where you have like you can see the brush stroke, I say brush strokes, the human hand that has made it. That's gorgeous. And Neige is my girl. I say Neige is my girly. Wyland's my girly. However, Neige is my very close second. And then on the back, you have, this is Nina and Matthias reuniting in the ice court. I've not read these enough recently to remember what the scene is. Nina in her costume, Natasha, I think she thinks she's gonna, this is like spoilers for the book. I assume if you're watching this, it's because you've read the books and you love Six of Crows. But yeah, when Nina thinks Matthias has betrayed her. Gorgeous. I love the pearls on that outfit. Have a little look there. I say this is gorgeous again. I'd love prints of it, but there's so much empty space here. I want to print just this part, And the other thing, the maps have been updated, I believe. I'd have to pull up a reference for what the maps used to look like. So I don't remember Kirch being this low down. Like, in line with Shukan. In my head, they were like in line with Ravka. But, here. Enjoy a map. And then we have the map for the ice court as well. I'm just looking at my own eyes first. Yeah, I'd have to pull out my original version. I'm pretty sure that art is updated. I'd like to think it is, if it is, you're making the point of having a special edition, but there we are. There we are. And what I do love about this is mostly how glossy. There's a good angle to show you the gloss. There you can see. Like, I love the foil, but I love the gloss because it feels really nice on the hands. Because if you are someone who reads without a dust jacket on, as I tend to do, I can't stand how cloth-bound hardcovers feel. So my other Six of Crows hardcovers, they have that texture to it. This is nice, this is shiny. I don't imagine I'm going to reread the books again outside of audiobook form, so I really love the narrators in that. But this is nice to have. But yeah, that font size is huge. This is gorgeous, this is stunning. I'm going to leave it without the jacket off for now, just so I can show you what this mirrored case art thing is. Here is Crooked Kingdom. And Crooked Kingdom is my favourite out of the two books, even though that is pretty solid, pretty tight, just because it's more Wyland. He gets chapters. I love the scenes of him going to visit his mother. I love the relationship development between all of the characters. The true found family vibes. The development between Kaz and Neige. Yeah, I really love Crooked Kingdom. And I am devastated that neither book got an adaptation for the screen. Okay, so this has got the same idea as the other book, except mirrored. It's Wyland and Kuwei. But what else is there? And yeah, Nina's got skulls rather than a heart on this one. And then, am I holding it upside down again? No, this is the right way up, so the other three are on the front. Whereas, yeah, so all the characters get a front cover, basically. And then on the back, I think the notable thing on back, I'm thinking, yeah, so on the back it's them, I guess, post-epilogue future versions of themselves. And Neige has her spyglass, Kaz has his gloves off, and I think Jesper's just having a good old time. So that's quite exciting. It's pretty much the same design but in red, but so no funerals. No mourners, no funerals. Let's try and not glimpse at the end paper art too much, / at all. And yeah, I understand what the confusion is here. So it is pretty much the same design but updated and upside down. I'm going to turn it around. So rather than the flowers being on the boat, we have coffins. And other than that, I think it's very flowery in general. Let's do a little side by side. Yeah, the only difference with the actual art is like the moon's coloured in and then the boats are slightly different. But I can't remember how this goes round now. But I don't have the hands to show you all of it in one go. So it is meant to be the mirrored version of the art. Can I show you this at all? No, kind of like that. You get like an idea, which I think, yeah, it's very cool. But how many times are you going to be holding your books like this to see the art? I think you could have had the same effect just by printing it the other way up. Because when I'm looking at it, why is my book upside down? Because all the text is upside down. I would have preferred it if they did just print it the right way up. And if someone really wants to, they can be like, oh my god, my books are mirrored. Which is only a fun thing to, like, to take for a photo, and that's it. I don't think like the casual, I was gonna say casual reader, I don't think casual readers would buy these because, I mean, to be fair, they're a fine price for a special edition, especially with how many customizations are. So £55 for both is £22.50 each. A new like standard edition hardcover is about £20 from Waterstones. So yeah, I think it's cool. I don't think it's gonna be cool outside of an Instagram photo if you are part of a Bookstagram, because I'm really annoyed that the text is upside down and the spine's upside down. Oh, the spine is the Crow Club, by the way. I missed that part out. But yeah, let's move on from that point. Ooh, this is pretty. So they've gone for, I think pretty much all the character designs on here that they're emphasising, rather than like them being their everyday versus their self-powers, it is them post-epilogue. So this is Kaz and Inej. Is it post-epilogue? They're standing somewhere quite flowery. It's beautiful. It's got the same art style that I really love, which is nice. Because I complain about a lot of these books having, I say, anime face, where it's just like every character in that has like big eyes, very pointed features, pointy nose. Whereas these is still beautiful and hand drawn, but like they still have their features. Like look at Inej's nose, beautiful, gorgeous. And I do like that they just haven't mirrored the updated it fully to look like the show characters. Okay, Wyland looks more like Wyland than this one. So on the back it's Inej and Jesper. Well, Wyland's goggles on his little bag. But this is gorgeous. It's warm, it's full of light. I wouldn't say these scenes are best representative of the book, because these are very like minor moments later on. Because like these two don't kiss until like, the very end of the book. But it is very beautiful art. It just doesn't go with this vibe that we have on the other side. Oh no, this is a little portrait that they used to make Wyland look like himself again. I'm assuming. In my heart, that's right. Are there any new maps in this one? There's a land bridge between Kirch and Shuhan. Did I just not know that in the book? All the way down there. Is that relevant in the books? Any of the books? Good to know, I guess. But yeah, in my heart, Kirch was like up here where this little sea creature is. Okay, this is what the other special editions look like. They're like pretty plain on the back. Six of Crows is red, Crooked Kingdom's gold, whereas these books, they've gone for like the opposite colour scheme. I'm used to Crooked Kingdom being the gold one. Oh no, other than that, the actual formatting of the book is pretty much the same, whereas this one's got like a way, this is a collector's edition. Way cooler title page. And yeah, Six of Crows is always red. And all of a sudden, it's the gold one. That's quite frustrating to me. I'm just trying to find a map. Oh no, Kirch has always been, so the original maps look like this. Kirch has always been laid way down. I just think I've swapped it out with the true sea thing. And the land bridge is there. I need questions of, who's this map illustrated by? This map's by Keith Thompson. This map's also by Keith Thompson. They look like very different artists. Yeah, here's the difference in the maps. So now I'm having an unrelated question of where does the land bridge come up in the books? Why is it relevant enough to put on the map? And how I just blacked that out. And yeah, out of these collector's editions, this one, Crooked Kingdom, and also Shadow and Bone has one, but not the rest of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. They're like they're $16.99. They're very normal, but priced. They're available on like Amazon and TikTok Shop and things like that. They're quite easy to find if you want like a very standard special edition. Don't leave it in the sun because it will become orange rather than red. I'm now way too fixated on the land bridge. Let's move on. Let's put the jacket and the colour scheme. So yeah, kind of wish they swapped the colour scheme back to be how all the other editions of the book are. But other than that, it's pretty solid. I'm not huge on the playing cards design cover, but how much I love this version of it is really nice. I think yeah, it's going to be a very nice addition to have. I love the new art inside. Actually, for the price, I'm happy with how they are, but I think for a 10-year anniversary thing, I kind of like, should there be more? Like, is there bonus content in the books, or is it just something else? I'm near confident it's not bonus content. So if you want like a nice new fun redesign, these are lovely. I would love to know if this is the version with the updated text to change the ages of all the characters to make it adult rather than YA, despite changing nothing else. I love the new maps. I love the design. I think they are very beautiful. They are worth the £55 because that's like the £22.50 each. That's a very normal price for what you're getting. But I think for a 10-year anniversary special edition, I want like content, like a bonus chapter. I want something else to it. And I want the text on the front cover of my book. I'm being really fussy. But yeah, they're lovely. They feel nice. They're good value for what they are. So I think it is now time for me to go take some photos of these on Instagram just to make a point of that cover thing being different. Yeah, I wish they printed the cover the right way up. In summary, I think good job to Illumicrate. Quite enjoy these. Don't enjoy the covers more than these ones. That's the wrong fucking book. Don't enjoy the covers more than the other special editions. Kind of wish there was some extra content. Do enjoy the new art. And that's about it. It's a solid special edition. So hopefully I'll have some other videos other than unboxings at some point this year, but as I said, I'm very addicted to making TikTok edits of Jack Wolf in various roles and can't move on from it. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!